up, my beautiful peeps? It is July the 1st. It's hot as hell here, but I love it. I'm not gonna fucking complain, bruh. I hope everybody is doing well, staying protected, prayed up. I felt great after the full moon stuff. Uh, Darkness doesn't have much longer. The light's already won. I love that shit, bro. I love that shit. Alright, so I'm just gonna do. I haven't cleared the cards yet, but look at what came out when I was saying that. Prayers denied, divine wrath, unforgiven sins. Number 4. I feel that. Hella synchronicities. I found 3 feathers today. It was like it was bigger than a crow, so I think it was a raven feather. It was a big black feather, a blue jay feather, and then a small pigeon feather that I found today. All 3. The blue jay feather was the last one. I'm definitely a truth seeker, truth speaker. So, anyways, I wanted to come on and just tap in for the collective. I just want to get some energy for my beautiful collective. So come through, my Most High Mother and Father, angels, ancestors of the highest white light. I call them my ancestors that have our best interest because I fuck with light and dark. I'm a dark angel. So, Archangel Michael, please place a shield of protection around myself, the rest of the collective at this time. So come through, Ma. What type of messages do we have for the collective? Please and thank you, Most High Mother and Father. This was coming out earlier. Dreamweaver. Like, I would just shuffling the cards. I've seen this card like 3 times now. Lucid Space, Create Your Truth, Break Free, and Spiritual Rooting. So, and I was just talking about truth seeking, truth speaking. It's really interesting because the way these colors coincide here. Purple has been a big thing today too, and I don't have a lot of purple shirts, but I put this one on, and it seems like what we're manifesting is actually being rooted. Those of us that are working with spirit, the divine, what we're actually manifesting in our minds, our thoughts, is actually going to be rooted and grounded for us, which is freaking awesome. What I was saying though, how that bottom is like greenish blue, most of this is purple, and then this is mainly green, kind of greenish blue, but the purple there, and that generally is like royalty, spirituality, spiritually protected. So it seems like what we're weaving like spirit supports. Spirit is definitely supporting the growth of what we're weaving. Alright, what else do you have for me, Ma, on the Dreamweaver spiritual reading for the collective? Please and thank you, Most High Mother and Father of the high spotlight. The Dreamweaver is number 41, which breaks down to a 5, which generally means change, freedom. And then spiritually rooting is 25, which breaks down to a 7, which is generally divine guidance. What else you got for me, Ma? Come through. Come on. Thank you, thank you. Alright, right here it says, there is no peace without war. And that is a 24, which breaks down to a 6. And 6 always, it's about harmony and balance, but that also always reminds me that my ancestors are with me, guiding me. So that's definitely what that means. Our ancestors are here guiding us. And I think that this message here is because there's been a lot of dark shit happening. Even those of us that are very tapped in, like I even will get, like there's a lot of hardcore shit been sent towards me, and I know other people as well. And it doesn't matter how much I say prayed up and stuff, I'll still feel it. And I've cut everyone off. So I know what I'm doing. It's done. It's just, this is some big spiritual warfare. But I think Spirit's letting us know, too, Embrace the darkness, because there is light at the end of the tunnel, and we are going to see peace. And on the bottom of that, it says barred from entry, members only. So it's like Spirit is, bringing the peace. Like I said, the darkness, we're blocking that shit out. We are starving that energy out. And that is beautiful. I love seeing that, man. I love seeing us work together and starve that shit out, because that's what it's going to take as a collective. Anything else you got out of this deck, Spirit? Please and thank you, Most High, Mother and Father of the High Spotlight. Anything else, Spirit? Thank you. As you sow, so shall you reap. So what you're putting out into the universe, that's a 27, which is a 9, which is generally like a completion. Yeah, and it also, like this right here, that 29 breaks down to an 11, which is like divine justice. So to me, yeah, what I've been saying, I mean, like that darkness is definitely going to get cutting the bad fruit off of our tree. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of bad fruit getting cut here. This is beautiful, man. And it's kind of what I've been saying, and what I've been trying to spread is that the divine wants you to tap in to your soul calling, to your soul purpose. Spirit says that if you, I got this download earlier, if you're leaning towards something and it's a passion, just do it. Just jump in and do it. Just do it, because if you don't, it's going to bother the hell out of you, and you're not going to be satisfied until you officially know. Alright, so I'm going to dive in a little bit on the Chosen 144 Oracle deck. Success. That's what I was just saying. I mean, like, whatever you're thinking about doing, go for it, because Spirit says it's going to be a success, and the light has won. See, break those constraints of the Matrix, of what they're telling you, that you have to work these shitty-ass jobs, that you have to have a good credit score, that you have to pay these credit card companies that have how much money? I'm going to start dropping some truth if people will listen. Where the fuck does the money from DMV go? And if you can find me an exact number of what DMV makes nationally, let me know where that shit's at. You ain't gonna find an exact number. What you will find, though, is nationally, just off of fines. You know, those people that won't walk the line that say, this shit don't make no damn sense, and break the rules? $14 billion a year is what they make off of fines. That's not jail time. That's not phone time. That's not commissary. That's not dollar a day. Nothing. That is fines nationally. 14 billion. 420 million is giving back nationally. So there's about $3.6 billion. We have no idea where the fuck it goes. And you all want to continue to go and give your time. Your time and energy to these fucks. Stop. Stop. That's the problem. Just back away. Fuck it. Is it easy at first? Hell no. But ain't nobody can tell me, oh, I can't do this, I can't. Man, you ain't had it as hard as me. I promise. You ain't. Even Spirit says that. That's why I'm so highly ranked. And you can ask my enemies that, because anything that they fucking try, ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing happening. As a matter of fact, I know that the few views that I get right as I load the videos, could you at least like my shit and share it? Because I know who you are. Karma's about to hit all your asses. Keep hiring casters. I digressed. But anyway, what else you got for us, Spirit, out of the Chosen 144? Tell me about the spiritual rooting. What's the spiritual rooting about, Spirit? What's the spiritual rooting about? What's the spiritual rooting about? Come on, Spirit. Really too many. So I'll take this, because that's what fell first, but it says psychic powers, clairvoyant. So with the spiritually rooting, again, it's about manifesting, but someone that I'm speaking to definitely could have those abilities. And Spirit may be asking you to tap into it. We all have abilities. We just have to tap into it, but the Matrix keeps us away from doing that. Yes. There is a change on the horizon. It says there is no peace without war, and that's what came out with this, is a rebirth. So, like I said, the light has won. It's going to take a little time, but the light has won. So, like I said, fuck the constraints. Follow your soul calling. What time do you, what else do you have for it? It says you sow, so shall you reap, Spirit. Alright, so twin flame mission here. That came out as you sow, so shall you reap. I mentioned it in my last video, but there is totally a test. I say this at 11:11. There's totally a test happening right now within the divine union, soulmates, twin flames, and twin flame doesn't always mean that it is your life partner. I'm actually working with a twin flame right now, but we are good friends, and that's, that's it. My kingdom spouse is on the way and all that, so that's what I have planted. So I shall reap, and that's also purple. Purple is so pertinent. It is in every card. There is purple, except for the one that was on the bottom of the deck, which had the sword where we're cutting through the bullshit. We're cutting the bad fruit off the tree. So it's a test. These old relationships will come back and test you. I've had several, and it's like it didn't even have to be a relationship, just a friendship, but if there's no reciprocity there or transparency, then fuck it. I'm not dealing with it, and I'm not giving it a second chance. That's me. You all deal with what you want to, but I know that that's, a big thing happening right now. So I'm just putting that out there. And it's interesting, because I said this is the bad fruit that we're cutting off of the tree tail. Our ancient Egyptian ancestors are right here with us, helping us do this shit. You have to start from the beginning. So, that's what we have. I'm going to tap into some tarot here. Alright, Spirit, come through here and tell me about the Dreamweaver, create your truth, break free, and success. What do we have with that? Please and thank you, Most High Mother and Father of the highest white light. Please and thank you. We have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck, which is generally, a higher force, a higher power that is guiding us. This Hierophant here is very skilled and has mastered, to me, all elements to be able to hold that bison like that. Like, you have to be very calm. You have to be in tune with yourself to attract nature like that. So, again, it's about tapping into you and being at peace with yourself. Alright, what do we have here, Spirit? Dreamweaver and success. Please and thank you, Most High. The Six of Wands. That's the star of the show right there. That's the star of the show right there. And then we have the Queen of Swords on the bottom. And the Queen of Swords don't put up with no shit. I'm total Queen of Swords energy, and I love this Queen of Swords right here. Look at that. Marching to the beat of her own drum, not giving a fuck. I love that energy right there. A beautiful energy for dream weaving success. You have to forgive me. I'm sitting on rocks. I climbed up here to do tarot. Not the most comfortable situation, but I love it, bro. What else do you have, Spirit, for Dreamweaver success? The Six of Wands energy. Ten of Cups. This right here is about emotional happiness. This is about uniting with soul fam, with your tribe. You know, when you're doing what you love, you attract it. You see, I understand because I used to be that person, especially when I was an addict. I was very extroverted. I went externally trying to find acceptance, I guess. Acceptance and love. Because I was missing that. I was lacking that. What I have found on this journey is you don't go looking for that. It attracts to you. It attracts to you. And I have proof of that because when I was traveling and stuff, some of the band people and people that I met from all over, they were like, man, you're one of the coolest fucking people. And it's just because I was like riding the wave of the universe, just not giving a fuck. People bought me drinks and all kinds of shit, bro. Like, it was awesome. I don't like to ask for anything, though, but I mean, if I really wanted to, I probably could. But it was awesome what I was attracting into my life after being done so shitty by close family and friends. We got the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. This is a gift from Spirit. Spiritual rooting. Spiritual rooting. And the spiritual rooting and psychic powers, clairvoyant, not only you're spiritually rooted, and when you're doing your spiritual work, that also brings so much abundance and happiness. Three of Wands with the star on the bottom of the deck, bruh. I love that star energy right there. That star is a true alchemist. That star is dabbling in multiple spiritual practices, multiple elements. But the Three of Wands is about waiting on those ships to come in that you're manifesting, which is what I've been saying. I kind of felt like starting out, this was a repeat of the last message, but like Spirit is really wanting me to show people how to break free from the matrix, how to break. I've mastered the art of detachment. If it doesn't serve you, fucking cut it. It's not going to. It's not going to. I promise you. No matter how many times you give chance after chance after chance, or no matter how much you think you're going to be able to fix and mend and heal somebody, you can't do that. Listen, you cannot do that. They will suck you dry. You have to heal from a distance, and what I mean by that is you guide them. This is the information I have. Either you take it or you don't, and if you don't, deuces. Had someone else try to come back in my energy. Oh, this wouldn't help with protection. I tried to tell you before you had some shit happen to you, and you wanted to listen to other people. So go listen to them. Okay. Don't come back in my energy trying to kill my vibe because you need shit now. And I'm normally not like that, but I was just fed up that, like, that situation, and it didn't serve me. I don't play no more. And that's what Spirit was wanting from people. You know, everybody thinks working for the divine, it's just white light, and that is true. I'm never going to put anything dark on anybody, but I'm a Hyoka empath. And boy, let me tell you, you don't want to play games with me. It ain't that I come at you with the vengeance. It's just I reflect how you do, and then you're stuck with it like, damn. Somebody cut me down to size. And honestly, I love being that bitch. I love being that bitch, yo. Because I used to not be. I don't play games no more. What else you got for the spiritual rooting and psychic powers, clairvoyant? What we manifesting here, Spirit? What we manifesting here, Spirit? Alright, so Two of Cups. This is generally unions, which is what we were talking about earlier, twin flame mission. But the Two of Cups is also about a connection with others in the universe. Because these people are very grounded and they're radiating love and light out into the universe. And that's really, I think, what all of the collective is wanting. Love and light. And that's what we're working on manifesting. And together we are doing that. There is no peace without war, Spirit. We got the Nine of Wands on the bottom of that too. Wounded warrior energy, like I was saying. The wounded warrior here, I was in that energy for so long. I was like, damn, I can't never get out of the Nine of Wands and Hermit energy. for 7 years. We got this rebirth, though. All right, Spirit. There is no peace without war. Rebirth. Come through, Ma. All right. Right here. There is no peace without war. Rebirth. All right. So the divine is definitely saying, we won this shit, y'all. Against these fucking bitter-ass Bettys. Page of Swords is normally like warriors and trying to, it's been spiritual warfare, all these people jealous, because you're tapped into yourself. How do you communicate with the divine? I want that, but I want to be dark and evil. You think the divine's going to fuck with you dumbasses? Really, the bitch landed upside down, and that's how I'm going to fucking take that. That's fact, bro, on the bottom. That's a gift from Spirit, a tangible gift from Spirit. Spirit is saying, dude, this shit is done. Step away from the Matrix. I'm telling you all. If everyone steps away from the fucked up jobs, quits paying this dumbass shit, look into how much a credit card company makes yearly, annually. Again, DMV, you're going to think, oh, they do the roadways and shit. No, they don't. That's Department of Transportation. Where does the money from DMV go? Quit fucking paying this shit. I ain't paid my fucking tags. I ain't paid my fucking taxes. And nothing's happening. You know why? The divine is telling me to fucking do it, break every constraint, and it's happening. There's nothing going to happen to me or anyone else. Try it. Because it ain't going to end well for you. Boom! Spirit says you on fire, baby. You speaking facts. Shed the light on this shit. And we have the Hermit on the bottom. As above, so below. And when you working for yourself in the divine, you radiating that light. But there is a lot about to be exposed. Alright, tell me about this twin flame mission, Spirit. Twin flame mission. Please and thank you, Most High. So some new love opportunities coming through, guys. And there's the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is generally like a courageous victory, doing something courageous, but it's also about standing your ground. So again, use your intuition when these people come into your lives. I think most of us that are really tapped in know. But the past shit, man, I don't think that shit's gonna work. I think that's what Spirit's trying to warn everybody of. And I'm telling you, I've had several people try to come back in. Because there is Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles. It looks like this divine union is, you're going to be working and collaborating together on something very, very tangible. Very tangible. And Nine of Pentacles is about being tapped into yourself and doing what you love. You know, reaping the benefits of what you love. Spirit, what is the final advice here on the tarot? Please and thank you, Most High Mother and Father, the highest white light. This shit complete, son. 21, which breaks down to a 3. You know, it's like Empress energy and stuff as well. To me, this is showing that the divine, though, is embracing us. It's embracing us. And I'll try to post it on the community tab, but there's a Rose of Sharon tree that's blooming near where I'm at. That's a rose in the bottom. That looks more like a mum. That kind of looks like a poppy up there, but come to find out, the Rose of Sharon is actually a hibiscus. And it is it's a divine yin connection to Christ, or the Most High. And on the bottom, the Knight of Wands. You know, Knight of Wands can be charismatic, and can also be like acting on impulse. But with this Knight of Wands, that's not the energy that I get. Again, it's about being peace and doing what you love. And this person is like just flowing with life because they are absolutely at peace. And that's all the divine wants from us. It's not a big task. It's not a big game. Nothing like that. Eight of Wands, which is generally messages from Spirit, and that is an abundant Eight of Wands. I mean, Spirit is literally sitting here saying, if anybody, I'm sure people know tarot, but I'm spitting straight facts. That's all I'm going to do for now. I was going to do a Shamanic Star Oracle. It's over there. I don't want to get up. I should have brought it over here. I will have some more cards shortly. I've got to go get them from somebody, and just the funding situation is kind of a pause a moment, but it's about to be flowing, and I know that. So, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I meant to say that. I'm going to start doing tarot for specifically my local people. I want to, because I know that, like, when I left my job and I rolled out to Florida, I see there's people that have quit where we were working and stuff. And let me just say this. I worked this job for 8 years. And I was just done with everything. I didn't even tell them nothing. They called me 3 weeks later, the manager did. She said, "You coming back to work?" I said, "No, ain't y'all fired me yet? I need my 401k. It went to hell in a handbasket. I was just done. Spirit said, "You don't owe nobody an explanation." And the friends I knew there, they were two-faced as fuck. I didn't give a fuck about them. There's still some people there I care about. I'm not saying all. But you know what's happening to that company now? They're shutting down. They're shutting down. The state that I was in, I'm not saying I did everything, but I did a lot of fixing. Because I didn't go by this little line, because I was dealing with real life people, and I thought, what if that was my mom? Or what if that was my memo? And I'd fix shit. And other people won't do that because it's not in the little rule book that somebody in the CEO office writes. It looks real good, but is not tangible when you're actually dealing with the real life situation. So what happened? No, they filed bankruptcy again. I'll get in on this one day because they get billions at the beginning of the year. They filed bankruptcy because they fucked everybody out of stocks. Didn't want to have to pay that. Filed bankruptcy. Now they're trying to rebrand, and that ain't gonna work, baby. Got lots of shit on you all too. I'm about to fuck everything up. This whole matrix. Period. Promise. So, I want to help people. I want to help people clear blockages. I want to help people get into their divine purpose. And I want to do it at a reasonable price. So, if you're interested, hit me up. Like, share, subscribe. Show me some love. I want to show you all love. So, peace, love, and light.